Hello everyone, welcome to this bass instruction video for Nathaniel School of Music. I'm Jason Kishander and I teach the bass. Today what we're going to be looking at is sort of a continuation from the last video that we had on sequences, but dealing with the scale itself. So we're going to look at applying the 7 different types of modes that you have within the scale. I mainly look at modes as scales within a scale, if that makes sense. But then these modes are or will be a tool for you to start improvising if you're trying to play a simple bass solo. If you are wondering how do you tackle that aspect of bass playing, you can start with the modes, which is a very easy concept to begin with. It's how I would like to summarize the modes. They have different names to it. Most of you would have played one mode at least, and that would be your C major scale. If you're looking at the C major scale, the first mode would be an Ionian. That is just the C major scale. Yeah. The next mode, which would be the same C major scale, but starting on the second note of that major scale, which is a D. So play your C major scale starting on the D, which would give you a Dorian, so that you would just have the order of notes on the C major scale starting on D. But end on that D. Yeah, so the next mode that you'd have would be a Phrygian. Yeah, that's what it's called. You would start playing the C major scale on E. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Next mode you would have is a Lydian, which would be C major scale starting on F. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Next mode you would have a Mixolydian, C major scale starting on G. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, the next mode you would have an Aeolian, which is a C major scale starting on an A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And then the last mode you would have is a Locrian, which would be C major scale starting on B. B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then you return back to Ionian. So you have 7 different types of modes for the 7 different functions that we're looking at in the major scale, which are chords. If you're familiar with scale degrees, you'd have the first chord as a major, minor, minor, second and third, major, minor, minor, major, major, followed by 2 majors, 1 minor, 1 diminished, that make up the 7 chords in the major scale. So considering whatever the progression is that the band is playing, that you're trying to attempt or venture into waters of playing a simple bass solo, you can apply a mode to play over those chords in the progression. For example, if you're playing a 2-5-1 in the key of C major, D minor, G7, and C major or C major 7, whatever chord you're playing. So for these chords you can apply just apply these 3 modes to change over the chords, and we'll hear it with the track, a simple 2-5-1, and I'll play just these 3 modes. The second mode of the major scale, 5th mode of the major scale, and the first mode, and apply it over the change. you have D Dorian, G Mixolydian, and Ionian, C Ionian. Let's apply that. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 5, 1 in the key of C, you can apply a D Dorian, G Mixolydian, and C Ionian. But not necessarily that you need to apply a mode fitting for the chord. Yes, it makes sense to apply a mode that's fitting for the chord, but you can start off in any mode. In fact, you have 7 different modes to choose from. Practice them. Feel free to move around, and of course you need to apply phrasing, which is a different topic in itself, but bring in your creativity and spontaneity, how you want to express that note in terms of feel that you're trying to draw out in that solo. Start with it simple, play the mode over the 2, 5, 1, either with eighth notes, and then you could slowly start adding in a bit of phrasing to make that solo more melodic. Yeah, so let's look at the same 2, 5, 1, and I'll play every mode in eighth notes, just to show you that you can start off in any mode and play over the changes. So this time I'll start off on a B Locrian, the 7th mode, which is actually fitting for a diminished, but you could just play it over the changes. 2, 3, 4. So this exercise is basically just to get you expanding from just playing the C major scale. So from just playing that, you can expand that concept, so you'll know more notes over an octave or 2 octaves if your bass has 2 octaves. So have fun with the modes. It's a simple concept, but yet spending time practicing it so that you can work around the changes will be helpful. Practice with a metronome, work it out in 8 notes, and apply a bit of phrasing, and that should get you started with a simple bass solo. So keep watching this space for more bass instructional videos. Thank you again.